Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. A new season begins. Has anything been added to Master Duel? Yeah, of course there has. Field parts and protectors. Wow. Konami. Deck slots. Jesus, hurry up. This game is about building decks and using decks. Now give us more deck slots. I don't want to be having to delete, transfer and shit all my decks. Greatly appreciated. Anyways, last season, February, we ran Exodia to Master. I'm going to be honest, you're going to need some major RNG when it comes to obviously playing that deck. Or, you know, yeah, no one's cursed as me, unfortunately. We're going to go over the replays. We're going to react, obviously, the last 14 matches, or I think it was 12 matches that I played before reaching Master. Stress is an under-fucking statement. The amount of times I got to promotion 5 times, and every time I would lose to Tenpai. At one point, I was one from promoting. I thought, you know what, this is it. This is the ball. This is what we're going to do. We're going to bang it. We're going to promote. Tenpai. Next match, Tenpai. Next match, Tenpai. Next match, White Forest Azumina. I'm like, fuck me. Give me a chance, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a chance. Anyways, we're going to dive in. We're going to react to my own replays. I have saved everything because I do believe when the new season starts, it deletes everything. But as you can see, let me go back into the mini screen. We had Exodia v Exodia, White Forest Azumina. We also had Tenpai, Kashtira, White Forest Azumina. Flu? I don't remember playing against Flu. Did they surrender straight away? They must have. Oh, because I would have board nuked them. Tenpai, White Forest Azumina, Tearlaments, Mathmech. Yeah, you guys get the point. Anyway, let us begin. Here we go. Okay, so I got to go first. I did start running some of the, you know, dirty cards, but I'm gonna be honest. If your RNG's trash, deck lockdown, like, don't get me wrong, I went on a nice 7-win streak. Obviously, getting the deck lockdown off, it was solid. It was great. But when you do not pull those cards, it is the worst thing in existence. And as you guys know, when I was live streaming this, Full Loss was constantly in my hand. Lava Golem. If you ever look at the artwork of Lava Golem, I'm that man inside the cage. But that was an easy win. Into our second match, I thought, oh my god, okay, right, we're going second. This is not a problem. We'll go with a Max C. Can we benefit off Max C? I was like, it's played through. Okay, White Forest, not bad, not bad. Obviously, we're going to be able to pick up a couple of cards. You would think playing into a Max C, you would see more Exodia pieces. But no, Exodia pieces only come in your starting hand when they want to screw you over. And then, for the rest of the duel, you don't see shit. And I was thinking, okay, right, we've got a good play here. We're not too bad. We've got Dimensional Fissure we can activate. We could obviously go with the I would say Majesty of Blue Eyes. The Heart of the Blue Eyes first. So that way it goes to the graveyard. If they special summon a level 8, you could trigger the Blue Eyes and flick it back once you activate Millennium Onk. Obviously, the Chimera comes into play. We trigger the effect of the shield, reveal the Onk, special summon, add a second Onk. Then we can activate Sengenjin. Reveal the Onk, special summon, add ourselves the Golem. Golem, place on field, trigger the effect, reveal the Onk, special summon. Ideally, do I think Exodia is good? No. Deck lockdown to be able to secure any sort of play. And then we play into the one and only, the unstoppable Exodia Incarnate. Absolute trash. And then we just punched, and then they went Sylvia, return back Roselia, special summon. Attack with our Golem, attack with Sengenjin, and then we just ended our turn there. We knew we were secured this because we had board nuke, we had deck lockdown, we had... Deck lockdown is so underrated. It is a banger of a card. In any deck, you should run it. I am pretty sure this was my promotion match, and I was thinking, shit, I get to go first. Of course, I don't have any Exodia cards. We have a Full Loss as normal. A Bestial Magnum. The worst part is this is at 1, this is at 1, this is at 3. You know, deck lockdown's obviously tolerable, it's not too bad, but this duel was absolutely shocking. It was bad. Imperm saved me on the Pydra from them adding Sangan Summoning. They go battle phase, attack with Pydra, and then basically go main phase 2, activate Gold Sarcophagus, banish the Chandra. But yeah, having a gold Sark to benefit the Chandra, and I was like, great, a second deck lockdown. This is the problem with running these cards at 3. You want to run it at 3 to get it in your starting hand if you go first, but then is a brick factor. You know? And this is where the RNG comes into it once more, is knowing whether or not it's going to work in your favour. you know? And I was thinking, all right, sick. It can't get any worse. We've got to at least... Oh, okay. We got Lava Golem. Shock. The deck lockdown got activated. Considering it's being sped up, it still seems really slow because the duel was. Chandra comes out, Dora reveal a card, nothing. You know, I'm just casually allowing them to punch through. The Chandra triggers, Synchro Summon. I just thought, fuck this shit. Like, that was promotion match. And I cannot ever have a good promotion match. Let me know in the comments below, do you prefer the videos being like this, or would you prefer me to showcase it as the duel is happening in real time? Obviously, there's times where some combos go on longer for others, but yeah. Right, we went Deck Lockdown, Dimensional Fissure, and I thought, right, Millennium Monk, this is it. We're going to win this, of course we are. I am pretty sure I got super polyed here. I am pretty sure. I might be wrong. I know there was an occasion where I did get super polyed, but I can't remember how they went about it. Part of Desires, sorry. Infinite Impermanence, go for Exodia. Exodia negates the Infinite Impermanence. Kashtira, we then go there can only be one. Oh, we nuked the board because they were going to play into Baron, and of course they already had a Tearlament play, trigger the effect, cast the Theosis, adds back the Unicorn. Obviously, we're in a good position here. I'm pretty happy. I was just like, not bad. We can pay 1,000 life points. Obviously, mandatory effect. Special summon our Sengenijin. We obviously don't have enough to destroy our opponent, but we are good. I'm going to be honest. I would advise, in the final product of this deck, I did end up running the spell card again and obliterate again. Just make sure you run one of each. The only problem is they are sometimes a brick like 80% of this deck. I was like, okay, we're back here. We're at promotion again. How bad could it go? I was thinking, you know what? We've got a banger hat here. I think this was promotion. I don't even know anymore. Droll Lockbird is fine. We didn't need to add an... Well, we did need to add an Onk. I just thought, oh, you know what? I'll activate this. Trigger the effect of Onk. And then Onk can obviously play. Realistically, if we could have got... Okay, that definitely wasn't promotion then. Because if that was promotion, we would have been a master. But yeah, then we got obviously the flu battle. Oh, I should have skipped this, to be honest, because this was an instant rage quit. I didn't even know I even played against flu. Yeah, it was literally an instant rage quit. I think I've done these backwards. Okay. So, obviously, that was promotion, and we lost to Tenpai. That couldn't have been. Unless I've missed some replay. I don't know. Well, that was 1841. That was 1846, 51. So this must have been the order. Unless it was further down here. So I think I demoted here. Won this, which would put me on 2. Lost would have put me back, so I would have needed 3 wins. Or 4 wins. I don't even know. I don't know. But I would assume this would have been promotion. Yeah. Guys, I don't know anymore. I'm confused. Just as much as you lot are. I kind of wish it stated whether or not you were... Well, I suppose it wouldn't make a massive difference, but yeah. Alright, so we selected to go first. I was like, yes! Yeah, this definitely was promotion, because I was thinking, yes, let's go, because I think he heavy storms me. I was just like, wow. Typical, I would brick against a Tenpai player. What? Hydra, Infinite Impermanence, Negate, Maxi, Triggers. I am pretty sure they heavy stormed me here. I might be wrong. Okay. No, they didn't. I was just like, okay, playing to the Millennium Monk, not the end of the world, reveal the Exodia pieces. We attack with the Exodia. It's just crazy because, like, don't get me wrong, I don't hate Tenpai. I do think it's a fairly decent deck. I can't really criticize it or complain. But my god, the luck factor and the fact that you can just massively brick. Oh yeah, I did get heavy stormed. I knew it was one of these matches. And then I go battle phase, trigger the effect, special summon into Fadra. Fadra brings Pydra. Pydra triggers, add Kuraiuma. And then Kuraiuma activates. Adding the Chandra, special summon the Chandra, attack the Chandra, special summon the Pydra. And then Chichin, play into Biden. Trigger the effect, bring back the Chandra, trigger the Chandra, synchro summon into... This is where I get pissed off. Like, there is so many, like, this shouldn't be called the Exodia, the Unstoppable Exodia Incarnate, because it's stoppable. especially in today's like era of Yu-Gi-Oh. So in new, obviously I kicked off a lot. I was pissed off obviously regarding this whole journey with running Exodia. Druid Worm, Effect Veiler. This situation as well. Like, I honestly think it should be immune to everything. It's called the Unstoppable Exodia for a reason. It should be immune. You should be able to... It's similar to like Avramax or Underworld Goddess or something. You know, I suppose Underworld Goddess, you can kind of... You have to target individually to be able to look it off. But yeah, you guys not get where I'm coming from. But the unfortunate situation with this is they were able to... If this card is special summon, you could target a level 5 or higher on the opponent's field, target one special summon once the opponent controls, return that target to the hand. And it's Exodia's biggest weakness, man. If you get Effect Veilered, Druid Worm, I'm trying to think of what else. I can't remember. I'm trying to think of other cards. Obviously, Destruction is great, but it's just... There's so many better cards out there that genuinely provide more protection as a standalone card. Like, look at Baron, for example, or even Apollousa, for example. They're all fucking solid cards. The thing that would grind my gears the most is the fact that if you had played off the Heart of the Blue Eyes, it is open material for a Druid Worm to go into effect. This is where it just hits. This is where it starts grinding my gears even more. Numerous games, back to back, every single match. No hand traps. Every single match. It's all it was. And I was thinking, great. There was an occasion where someone, obviously if you've got the, I can't remember the program, what it's called. But there's a program that obviously is an overlay for the mouse or if you're playing on PC and it shows you the time. This person racked up 15 minutes on the timer. And I had, what, a minute and 30 seconds or 2 minutes on the clock? And I'm like, how have you had 15 minutes and you haven't timed out? I genuinely think Meta have a different clock to us, unfortunately. But yeah, this trap is another concern as well. This trap is kind of deadly. Basically, it allows you to target a special summon monster and flip it face down. Obviously, when you're playing up against White Forest, another major weakness as well is obviously Exodia being able to be flipped down. You know, if they bring out Silvera can trigger the effect to flip Exodia face down, and you're pretty much stuffed. You can't do shit. And then, of course, they had Maxi as well. And I was thinking, you know what? I'm not supposed to promote. I'm not. Konami, like, help a brother out here, please. You know, obviously played into the standard Exodia play, trap triggers, we negate it, infinite impermanence. I was thinking, of course, they'll have multiple negates and Maxi and everything under the fucking sun. This is where super polymerization is so effective, but it's whether or not you can pull it. And this is the problem. There's so many decent individual cards, but there's no major synergy with Exodia. And that's the issue I had with it. You know, every starting hand, obviously we spoke about previously, would lead into the leg of one Exodia piece, a Lava Golem. You know, and there's so many good cards, but the problem is every time I got Lava Golem, my opponent didn't have 2 monsters on the board. They'd end on like Apollousa, and I'm like, brother, please. Droll is good if you run Super Poly, because that way if they are running Apollousa, you can normal summon the Droll and then play Super Poly, which is probably something I should have re-added into the deck build. Plus it would shut down most decks of being able to cards from deck to hand. But yeah. Holy man. Damn. I can't even... I like this because it's just non-stop me ranting and talking, but yeah. I tell you what, when I activated Exod Fires of Rage and I saw cross out, I was like, there is no shot this person is running Exod in a fucking this type of deck. Turns out it was just banning Maxi. And then it went to go for that to flip me back face down, and I was thinking, you know what, we're in a good position here. All we need is just a monster, and then we can attack. And I was like, oh my god, 3 pieces of Exodia. You know the crazy thing about this? If I had pulled a 4th piece of Exodia, we could have triggered the Exod Fires of Rage and added an Exodia piece from the deck to the hand. I do feel like this should be a bit more better, personally. Like, yes, I get it's a board nuke, but you shouldn't be... Adding only 1 piece is kind of shitty. I know it's a little broken if you're able to add more, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking... What if you combined Exodia, yeah, with tier elements. Like, hear me out here, yeah? You go tier elements, you mill the cards, you trigger the traps. The traps then trigger being able to add 1 forbidden piece each turn. So you do 1 on your turn, you do 1 on your opponent's turn. Then you do 1 on your turn again. That's already 3 pieces. If you can get 2 in hand and play off a tier element combo with the mill aspect, and even if you need to, you can play off, obviously, I'm thinking of every banned card that shuffles back cards. Medora and is it Keldo? I'm thinking of Guido and Kelbeck. Yeah, Guido and Kelbeck are banned. So it's Keldo and Medora. Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe it would work. Maybe it wouldn't. I don't fucking know. But yeah, revealing it sucks, man. But we won. I was a little annoyed because it'd have been good to play it off and then kind of wait out, see if we could actually get Exodia in the hand. But it just goes to show how, like, whack this deck is. The fact I haven't had one single Exodia win from having the pieces in my hand. You probably could run some draw factor if you really wanted to. I think the Horus engine might be better as well because you'd be able to drop the trap. Because if you ran the Horus, you could be like, in this situation, you could drop maybe an Exodia piece. But I know the end board, obviously bringing out the Unstoppable Exodia Incarnate flicks everything back. But, yeah. I was thinking, fuck's sake, here we go. Full loss in starting hand once more. Am I shocked? No, I'm not. Right, play the 2,000 life points. Go with the Heart of the Blue Eyes trigger. The one thing that is the worst thing in this game is if you only have Sengenjin with no Onk, no Blue Eyes, and your opponent Ash Blossoms you. Trust me. Heartbreak Alley, man. This deck loses to so many hand traps, it's ridiculous. Deck Lockdown, Millennium Monk. No, this is the Super Poly match. This is the Super Poly one. Because I was like, alright, mate, we've got the banger board. We're about to promote into Master. We're good. We got this. And what do? Special summon the Havness and then hit me with a 1-2 Super Poly. Maybe they didn't. Oh, their turn had started. I definitely think they're super... Yeah, they did. And I was like, great. And I brought out the Blue Eyes, flicked the Dragos to Pelia back. I suppose, yes, you could have saved the Blue Eyes just in case, obviously, Volcalos or Kaleido came out. But either way, Volcalos would have negated it anyway. And I was thinking, typical. Typical. This would be me. Typical. Like, come on. There's the Kaleido trigger, shuffle back deck lockdown, banish the Trivakama. This is literally how I felt when I was grinding. I was just like, man, please just let me promote, let me have a good time. And then I went Typhon, but guess what? That did shit because they had themselves Sulik. Sulik sends the Kaleido, negates the Typhon, especially with the Kaleido. Trigger the Kaleido to target a card, flick the Typhon back, and we are dead. And yeah, I think I rage quit here. I didn't rage quit, I just surrendered and called it a day. I was like, I ain't bouncing back from this shit. But yeah, I personally don't mind reacting to these replays, obviously, as content for you all. If you're interested in me doing that, I'm more than happy to do it. Okay, so I genuinely thought, oh shit, we didn't beat the tournament player. You know, maybe we can win this and then promote in the next match. Like, come on, just give me a bit of luck. And then I saw my stand hand and was thinking, fuck me, man. Like, Exod just reminds me of the days when I used to run Banishment in Branded. You know, it would always be a brick in hand. It was just like, oh, what are we doing here? What is going on with this? And this is where we stood. So we went Fisher. Millennium Monk. I was thinking, mate, he ain't going to be able to play through Fisher. We're good. We're golden, mate. We don't have to worry about nothing. And then I activated Exod. I say Exod. I added Obliterate. This is where I re-added back the cards. Where? What deck was that? Oh, they were running Math Mech. So Dimensional Fisher actually did come in handy. I was so red-eyed, I didn't see half the stuff that I was going through. And then we ended up playing up against White Forest, Azamina, Rescue A, Snake Eyes. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about Yu-Gi-Oh at this point in time. I was thinking, right, oh, this is it. This is where I was drawing the line. I said, look, don't get me wrong. If we, oh my god, if we had got 4 pieces of Exodia here, we would have went hard. I was thinking, fuck's sake, I can't just get a promotion where it works in my favour. Brother, please. Wedju Temple, waste of fucking space. So this is how it went down. I thought, right, let's bait out the Heart of the Blue Eyes. If they have Ash Blossom, then we can go Wedju. Here we go. Fuck. Great. They have the Ash Blossom. Shit. Okay, well, what do I do here then? Of course, the only thing I could do, Wedju Temple. Wedju Temple, played ourselves, obviously, the shields, but played the 2000 at the Onk. Activate the Onk to be able to, obviously, reveal the Exodia pieces. I was like, shit. Special summon the Exodia Incarnate. Set the trap. I was just like, right, we've gone from 3 pieces to 2 pieces. This is not looking promising. I was like, shit. Rescue Ace. Hydrant plays into Kuraiuma. I was thinking, right, this can't be that bad. Oh, wait, Preventer banishes. Oh, this is bad. I thought, right, Blue Eyes, we can send the Preventer to the graveyard. Wrong! Preventer going to the graveyard will aid Special Summon Hydrant. I was just like, ugh. Exod destroys them both. I was thinking, alright, we're good. And then, fortunately enough, they surrendered. And I'm going to be honest. That was my journey of Road to Master with Exodia. Like, I bricked on numerous occasions. This was the final deck build for... I honestly had to end up starting taking inspiration from these meta builds that I've got to Master 1 and stuff. Deck Lockdown, Fish... I don't think Fisher's that great. But it's so hit and miss. Because you've filled it with so many different variant of cards. Like, I took Full Loss out. And then... the problem I had is... I was always going second. And I was like, right, we need Full Loss just in case we go second. And then I'd brick. And I'm like, oh, fucking what's with this RNG, man? You could drop the Druis, not necessarily needed. The reason why I ran the Druis as well, it gave me that extra body on board. Obviously, if your opponent does banish your Blue Eyes to bring out their own Druis, your Exodia is pretty much good as dead anyway. People have spoke to me and obviously mentioned to me about running the other cards. I don't know why they don't come up in the related engine. There is a protection monster. The only reason I don't run Maiden and Millennium Moon is solely for the fact it's whack. Basically, if your opponent activates a card effect while this is a continuous spell, except during the damage step, you attack in the damage step anyway. Like, the worst case scenario is Effect Veiler, and then you special summon this card, and if you do for the rest of this turn, your opponent can attack a level 5 or higher illusion or spellcast much control with card effects. Is it worth it? No, I don't think it's good. Like, yes, it protects, but not the protection we want, you know what I mean? You know what? It's a new season. Let's play a ranked match while we're here. I don't know. I'm going to brick. I know I am. Let's go. Our first match of March 2025 in... I'm happy I got to Master, though. I am. I genuinely am. I just didn't realise that you don't get the gems for the previous ranks. So what's the point? I know you can get more gems from Diamond, but I would rather push Plat to Diamond 1. And then get more gems. I don't understand why you don't get gems if you demote from Master to Diamond. Why do you miss out on all the other gems? I don't know. It is what it is. Alright, here we go. Here we go, the RNG cow. Let's get it. Okay, so we lose the coin toss. Let's get it. We're going second. You know what that means? We are going up against an Azamina. Let's go, draw. I suppose double imperm is somewhat tolerable. Obviously, Magnum can banish. And it's Kashtira. On the plus side, this is one of the reasons why I like Infinite Impermanence, is solely for the fact I don't have to worry about him banishing a card from the extra deck. I would advise crafting this new, I want to say Snake Eyes card. Basically, it gets rid of 2 Spell or Trap cards in your Spell or Trap zone to bring it out. Oh, shit. Okay. I think we just hold out for Kit Kalos. Oh my god, wow. Look, this is the problem I had, yeah, is it's all good, all fun and games and stuff like that. We'll do this. We can negate the Kit Kalos. Either way, it's still going to fusion. Actually, no, it won't. If Cadison's grave, you can fusion more from your extra by placing fusion materials mentioned it from your hand, field, and or graveyard, including this card. We'll just banish the Fiendsmith. I suppose. No, fuck it. It is what it is. The good thing about running Magnamut is Magnamut will give you access to the Heart of Blue Eyes as well. But ideally, we're still looking at a Kit Kalos play. I suppose we could have held out to be able to imperm the Kit Kalos, but I don't know. I really don't. It's such a hit and miss. I feel like the problem is the way this deck's built is it's built for going first and going second, but they brick into one another. Where, okay, we're going to lose an extra deck monster. We've got no choice. Okay, so they could double banish EXODIA. Yikes. I have debated dropping the Yubel card. I don't see Yubel as often as I used to. But also I like to have it as the element of surprise because Yubel players don't expect it. And breaking past the Yubel board, even still now, Phantom of Yubel still screws over. Completely forgot we had the imperm. Mate, I want to say I'm so rushed. I'm so full of cold as well. But it is what it is. I hope you guys have had a good February road to wherever you go in on Master Duel. Grind. Okay. So they're going to go Tearlament, Kashtira, trigger the effect, mill for 3, mill for 5. Ideally. Okay. Oh, wait, they've got the rope. Banish this card to declare one monster name, new player turn. Oh my god, that's so unfortunate. That would actually be pretty good though. Obviously not in my deck, but like, yeah. Shutting down EXODIA. It's typical that my first match in would be fucking Tearlaments. And they're just popping off, man. They're just popping off. This is the problem, yeah, right. In this deck build, what do we have? We have 2 Maxi, 3 Fuel Loss, a Shifter. We have Infinite Impermanence at 3. Obviously, pull 2 of them. But yeah. And we didn't see any of them. We saw Magnamut. I actually... You could run Lava Golem. I ended up binning it because I was getting pissed off of pulling it and starting hand every single turn. Oh, dude, hurry the fuck up. Yay, for not having hand traps. Let's go. Fucking hell, man. This is really what Master Duel's become. Look, I ain't gonna lie. Farfar put out a tweet, yeah. I think that's how it's pronounced. And put out a tweet basically talking about the state of Master Duel, and obviously the second best deck in the ratings was a stun deck. And he goes, clearly people are not enjoying it. I turned around and was just like, the problem with Konami is Master Duel is they only care about the competitive side. Because if they didn't, we would have stuff like draft mode. We would have stuff like classic mode, where we could select like let's play in the 2004 era. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying we can't do that, but there should be somewhat. It doesn't have to be a ranked ladder, but if you can play like a generational kind of game mode, I think it'd be more enjoyable. If you want to play something back in 2004, you should be able to play 2004. You know, it's not as if the ban list is going to change, really, is it? You know. Obviously, yes, it probably would become repetitive, obviously, with the decks and stuff like that, but, yeah. Taking that into account, I also spoke about him implementing tag duels, or draft mode anyway, their draft mode in Link Evolution, but for a game that's been out for nearly 3 years and they still have provided absolutely shit all for it, it's just like, here we go, transaction rollback. I'm going to have to imperm. It's a lose-lose situation here now. if I know you're going for transaction rollback, I have to negate it. But then the problem is with Tillam and Roll Coloss, they can negate a special summon. So, yeah, we're pretty much screwed. I could only assume that they were going to go transaction rollback, but I could have been wrong. They might have actually played into something else. But then again, yeah. We're in a point of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where it's just brain dead decks. Anyone can run this shit. It's just clicking buttons and saying, yeah. You know. Right, Heart the Blue Eyes got no choice. Of course. This is the problem. Like, this is what I was faced with all the fucking time. Just sitting through minutes and minutes of combos just to have one simple fucking out. Every single duel. This is all it is when you're playing against the meta. They have every single card they could ever need. There was one duel. Obviously, I don't think the replay was shown. There was one duel where the person had full board. I think it was the 15-minute match. And they had full board. They then had cross out, infinite and permanence, call by the grave, Maxi and Ash in hand as well. And I was just like, are you actually fucking kidding me here? Like, this is actually mental. But here we are. It's just, when you're trying, obviously, yes, you could say it's more of a masochist thing, yeah, but you're running a deck. But then you got the people that go, yeah, but there's people that got this deck to Master 1. And it's like, yeah, because they're probably playing against the same people that fucking shitty people play up against. You know, and it's a toss between RNG, it's a toss between who the fuck you're playing up against. Every duel for me is the best fucking player in the game. Actually, no, it's not. It's brain dead decks. You know? If I go to promote, it's Tenpai. If I'm trying to, obviously, work my way up the ladder, it's just like, fucking brother, please. What's going on? There we go. The fact you can banish that at any point is absolute bullshit. And the fact you can select, like, the fact you can declare any fucking monster name you want, bam, negated. Like, you should at least have to run it. It's literally a cranked up Ghost Reaper. Ghost Reaper requires you to contain the card in your extra deck, and you basically reveal it and banish all of it from your opponent's deck. But, honestly, it's so, like, you could be like, yeah, but it's unfortunate. Like, nah, it's just straight up bullshit, man. It is. Well, we're negated anyway. You managed to declare one monster name this turn. Neither player can activate the offensive monsters with that original name. Suck. I feel like they've just designed so many wank fucking broken cards, man. And that's the problem. You've got the Black Goat Laughs. You've got, obviously, transaction rollback. Look, I don't want to make this a rant, but welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master. Welcome to the channel where we obviously produce Yu-Gi-Oh! Content, and that's all that's going to be on it from here on out. And this is the shit you're going to get. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Obviously, clearly at this point, we can't really do much, because obviously if they trigger the effect, they can play off, obviously, back into another Kaleido. And basically flick the bean on Unstoppable Exodia. And then, guess what? We're fucking lost. I just don't understand why it said, like, why is it destroyed? Why, like, it literally has the exact same effect as what Sengenjin has. Apart from his, cannot be destroyed by monster effects. Nah, Unstoppable Exodia should not be able to be targeted. But here we go. It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is what my experience of Road to Master was when it came to running Exodia. If you want to run it, by all means, knock your socks off, but it won't be fucking easy. Good luck to you. And here we go. Our trusty friend, Kaleido. Peace.